I'm not gonna lie, Connor, it looks like a bong. I think you have me doing drugs.
Well, caffeine is a drug.
Hey guys, it's me, Olin, and I've been challenged once again. Basically, I've been told by everyone here that I'm a complete disaster in the kitchen. And personally, I don't tend to agree. I get a recipe to make without any help. I'm just a little old city boy, which I definitely don't need. And after making it, it's like a little bag of poop. A professional comes in and tries to show me the ropes. Can you see me?
Thankfully not.
We call this little show From Mess to Chef. Today I'm in the Greater Goods test kitchen with Connor.
I've been a barista for 6 years. Been a coffee roaster for 2 years. I've competed nationally in the UC-BC Cup twice. I've also been all around the Midwest competing in more smaller local regions. I roast my own coffee and I have my own espresso bar. But most importantly, everyone that I make coffee for says I'm the best.
I guess that's important. So, I got the directions to make the bean juice, and I'm pretty sure I nailed it. And I've never made it before in my life. So, I'm be interested to get your thoughts. I don't want you to drink that yet. First, I want you to watch some of that beautiful bean footage.
Looking forward to it.
Let's do it. Pretty excited. You're gonna see I'm a pro. So Connor, our resident master barista, thinks that apparently you have to have all of this complicated stuff to make a great cup of coffee. I'm not falling in this little hipster trap. I don't need all this fancy brewing apparatuses to make a delicious cup and a little bit of French vanilla creamer of coffee. A little stronger in my coffee cups. Oh, we got beans leaving. Like, I'm gonna get out of here. I've never ate a bean before. Is this okay to eat this? I'm gonna take this down to 6 and an O for Olin. Look, it's a little teapot. Be our guest, be our guest. I don't know the other words, but be our guest. If you're gonna put me through torture, I might as well have fun. I gotta add a filter to my Chemex. Chemex. Looks like drug paraphernalia, very hipster, right? What looks like maybe a pizza stone. It's a big old filter, so I need to add this to my Chemex. So I think I probably need to untie this little belt here. It's got a little belt, this little leather belt.
You take it off if you want to clean it.
Well, I think I violated that. Oh, what is this? So this thing came apart.
I figured the filter would be your hardest part.
I got the filter part right. Push it down a bit. You just get it down in there. All it's gotta do is hold the beans. I'm pretty sure this is right. Why someone would want to go through so much work to make a little cup of coffee? Here, and we're gonna tighten you up. Okay, I think it's almost there. We're gonna put this here, wrap this around it. Was this not good? I got the filter part right. Was this not good? Got it. I feel like they could have made an easier way to make that work, but all right, that looks like what I would put in my coffee machine. Bloom it. There we go. A little more than that, 99 grams. All right, so bloom it. How would I bloom it?
See, this is where a kettle comes in handy because you don't have to do this. You know, just from the kettle.
So am I blooming it right now?
You are blooming.
How many grams are in this kettle? I'm just gonna eye this. All right, 30 seconds.
You have such a great scale there to use, and you're gonna eyeball it?
Basically, when you're professional, you don't need a scale.
I don't have the money to buy a coffee machine. I'm just a little old city boy.
Don't want to let any of this delicious coffee go to waste. Connor, since you're so fancy, I feel like I gotta pour this little fancy cup of coffee in this little martini glass. Oh yeah. All right, let's taste this. Fancy hipster coffee. I'm getting a hint of stranded in a rainforest, maybe some wild animals, banana from a monkey. Cheers. All right, Connor, so we watched me make it.
Yep.
Now you get to taste it.
Here's what I'm looking for in a good cup of coffee. I want to know what it smells like. When I take my first sip, I'm looking, you know, maybe a balanced cup. You don't want it to be too acidic or too bitter. If you have a little bit of acidity, it kind of represents itself as a little bit of like a fruity flavor almost. You said banana in the video.
From a monkey.
From a monkey. It's not the best, but there's room for improvement. I think we can really make this a bit better with just a few simple improvements.
If you want to show me, why don't we get out the Chemex and the grinder, and you can show me the right way to do this.
Make some bean juice.
At the end though, I'd like to challenge you to my K-Cup versus your coffee in a blind taste test.
Oh, that would be the easiest money I've ever won.
We'll see.
All right, Olin, we're all set up here with our Chemexes.
Chemex. Yes.
Today, we're gonna grind to this size here. So if you had a coffee that had a more finer grind, it's really gonna slow down how fast your water goes through the filter.
Okay.
The first big mistake you made was assuming that this collar needed to come off. This is just here to keep you from burning your hands.
That's disappointing. It looks like it should do so much more. I violated this poor Chemex. So we're gonna fold it?
So we're fold it in half,
okay,
and then fold it one more time. You're gonna take it to where you have just one flap up top and then 3 flaps at the bottom, just like that.
Okay.
You see?
Yep.
Take those 3-sided flaps, stick them right in there.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, this is a little simpler than my method. All right, yep, I'm pretty sure this is right.
First thing, this paper is very thick and it's bleached.
Okay.
So by running through a little hot water, you can kind of get rid of some of that paper flavor. It also is gonna heat up your Chemex. One of the easiest ways you can do to improve your coffee at home is just start with hot utensils.
Don't drink this.
Don't drink this. Second problem you had, you ignored the scale altogether until you're about halfway through your brew.
I didn't know what to do.
The directions were there, but that's
Okay.
all right. We're gonna take our ground coffee and we're gonna go ahead and just dump it right in the center there. And I like to just give it a little smell.
And what point does this serve?
It's just nice to smell your coffee. You're activating all of your senses. So now we need to tear our scales again, so we're back to 0. So what we're gonna do is now we're going to double the amount of water to coffee, and that's called the bloom. So we started with 48 grams of coffee, so we're gonna pour about 96 milliliters of water. This process kind of lets some of the carbon dioxide gas off, and that kind of changes some of the flavor that you're gonna have.
So at this point in time, our coffee has gas.
Coffee has gas, but we're letting it all out.
Okay.
Giving our beans a time to gas.
You're pretty excited about smelling this gas.
You wanna give it a smell?
Sure.
It was an appropriate distance that time.
I've smelled worse gas.
I bet you have. Now we're at about 30, 45 seconds. We're gonna go ahead and start adding more of our water.
Okay.
Now with the Chemex, I like to start like a slow pour right in the center.
Oh, I already messed up.
That's okay.
All right.
We're just gonna kind of work our way out. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, circular motion, circular motion.
Yep, I'm trying.
You know what? Let me. Circular motions.
Is that what you guys wanted? So when do we stop?
Well, we have a total volume of 740 milliliters that we're aiming for.
Okay.
So we're close. We're gonna add one more ring of water and then we're gonna let it finish dripping.
And at what point in time do you milk it?
Ooh, that was a very interesting technique.
Yeah.
I'll say I've never seen that before.
You've never implemented that technique?
I can't say that I have, at least not with coffee.
I thought you were an award winner. So while this cools down, I think it's time I present you with my gift. And I want to see if you really can taste the difference between this pour over coffee you're such an expert in and the finely brewed coffee I make with my machine over there. May I? We're gonna put this down here. Can you see me?
Thankfully not.
Today I'll be making this little bad guy.
Can I smell it?
Nope, not yet. And I sort of like to do my own slow pour. Why don't you, that's test number 1.
Oh.
What do you smell?
Cough syrup?
Black cherry,
Yeah, I guess if it was found in a trash can.
some chocolate chunk.
That's not mine.
Now sip that. And I think you're gonna be a little disappointed.
That's better.
No. You
No.
sure?
The disappointment's been reversed.
Are you sure? What I made for you was some Friendly's black cherry chocolate chunk.
At least they left the chunks out. You know, not for me, but that's
So you
okay.
can tell the difference.
Immediately.
All right, let me try this. Mix it up. Connor? Oh yeah, I know what this one is. This is heaven in a cup. Okay, it's quite watery.
You ready for number 2?
Yep, give me number 2.
All right, you got it.
Second lucky. Oh, wow. Wow. Made me a believer.
I'm glad I could start somewhere.
Be our guest, be our guest.
Caffeine is a drug.
Chemex. Connor plus Olin. Fall in love.
You're activating all of your senses. Senses. Olin, now that you've had this coffee, how do you feel?
I'm not gonna lie, Connor. I feel like something's changed. I'm a little bit different. Definitely view not only coffee differently, but maybe life in general.
Cheers, friend.
Cheers. Thanks so much for joining us on this coffee sojourn. I learned a lot and hopefully you picked up something too. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe to the Greater Goods channel and give this video one of those thumbs up. We've got the recipe down below, as well as the steps that Connor created to create a delicious pour over coffee. Until then, cheers.